Miko was a quiet boy who lived in a small village near the hills. He loved to look at the stars every night. While other children played games or watched shows, Miko sat on the roof of his house and stared at the sky. He believed that there was life beyond Earth. He believed that somewhere in space, someone was watching him too. Miko was not like the other kids. He was overweight and walked slowly. His clothes were always too tight, and his shoes made noise when he walked. The children at school laughed at him. They called him names. Some made jokes when he passed by. Even when he tried to ignore them, their words stayed in his heart. He had no real friends. Sometimes, a girl named Luma smiled at him, but she never talked much. Miko used to sit alone at lunch. He would draw spaceships and write about stars. In his notebook, science class was his favorite. He always knew the right answers, but no one cared. They only saw his body, not his mind. One day, during science class, the teacher asked, "Do you believe there is life on other planets?" Miko raised his hand. "Yes," he said. "I think there are other beings out there. Maybe even smarter than us. Maybe they're peaceful. Maybe they watch us from far away." The whole class laughed. "Fat boy dreams of aliens now." One boy shouted. Even the teacher gave a small smile. "Interesting, Miko. Let's continue the lesson." Miko felt cold inside. His face turned red, and he looked down at his desk. That night, he sat on the roof again. The stars seemed quiet. He whispered, "If someone is out there, please take me away. I don't belong here." The wind blew. Gently, a shooting star crossed the sky. But Miko didn't wish. He thought, what's the point? Later that night, while everyone slept, Miko heard a loud sound boom. He jumped out of bed. His window glowed with blue and green light. Curious and a little scared, he put on his jacket and stepped outside. The night was dark, but he saw a trail of smoke going toward the forest behind the village. Something fell. He thought. He followed the light, careful not to wake anyone. The ground felt warm. Trees were broken. Birds flew away. The forest was quiet, too quiet. Then he saw it. A small silver ship, shaped like a teardrop, had crashed between the trees. It was not big, maybe the size of a car. The metal still smoked. Lights blinked on its sides. Miko's heart raced. "This is not a plane," he whispered. "It's real. It's a spaceship." He walked closer. Slowly, carefully. A door opened with a soft hiss. Steam came out. Miko stepped back. A strange figure came out, crawling. It had gray skin, long arms, and big black eyes. It looked hurt. One leg was twisted, and it held its side like it was in pain. Miko did not scream. He did not run. He looked into the creature's eyes and saw fear. "Not anger. You're hurt," Miko said. The alien blinked slowly. "I'll help you," Miko added. He took off his jacket and gently wrapped it around the creature. "Can you understand me?" he asked. The alien nodded slowly. "I'm Miko," the boy said. The alien opened its mouth. "Zern," it whispered in a soft voice. Zern. That was its name. Miko looked around. "We can't stay here. People might come." He helped Zern into a hidden part of the forest, behind a big rock. Miko brought leaves and branches to hide the ship. Then he ran home and came back with water, bread, and a blanket. Zern drank and ate a little. "Thank you," it said. Miko smiled. "You're welcome." Zern looked at him. "You are kind." Miko sat beside him. "People here don't think so." Zern touched his own chest. "Real shape is inside." "What do you mean?" Miko asked. Zern pointed to a small box in his belt. It opened, showing a tiny suit made of silver threads. "Nanosuit. It knows the heart. It shows true self." Miko looked confused. "I don't understand," Zern said. "You help. You are brave. But others don't see it. This suit, it helps the body match the mind." Miko shook his head. "I don't want to become someone else." Zern replied. You stay you. Only better. Stronger. Not for them, for you. Miko thought for a moment. His whole life, he wanted people to understand him, not to laugh, not to bully. But maybe, he thought, he also wanted to feel strong. Not just outside, but inside too. He looked at the suit. Okay, Miko said. I'll try. Zern nodded. Rest. Now, tomorrow you begin. Miko looked at the stars one more time before going home. For the first time in a long while, he smiled. Miko woke up early the next morning. His heart was full of excitement and fear. The memory of the crashed spaceship and the alien named Zern felt like a dream, but he knew it was real. The silver nanosuit was real too. It was now hidden safely inside his school bag. He got ready quietly and left the house before anyone else woke up. He walked quickly toward the forest, looking behind often to make sure no one saw him. Birds chirped softly as the sun rose behind the trees. When he reached the secret place, Zern was still there, resting behind the rock near the ship. His wound looked better, and his eyes were brighter. You came, Zern said. Yes, Miko answered. I brought water and food. Miko gave Zern some bread and fruit. The alien ate slowly, then nodded. Kind heart, Zern said. Today we begin. Miko sat down on the grass. How does the suit work? Zern opened the small silver box again. Inside was the same nanosuit, shiny, soft, and full of tiny lights. It looked like liquid metal. This suit connects with your body, Zern said. It learns how your body works. Then it helps fix it. Slowly, not fast. It is safe. Miko touched the suit. It was cold and smooth. Is it going to hurt? He asked. No pain, Zern said. Only change. Miko took off his jacket and shirt. He felt shy, even though Zern didn't judge him. Place on chest. Zern said. Miko carefully picked up the suit and placed it on his chest. It spread over his body like water. It covered him from neck to feet, but it felt light, like air. It's warm, Miko said. Zern smiled. It is alive. It listens to your body and your thoughts. Suddenly, Miko felt a soft buzzing in his skin. His heart beat faster. The suit glowed softly. Tiny lights moved along his arms and legs. What is it doing? Miko asked. Reading your shape, Zern said. Learning. Helping. For the next hour, Zern explained how the suit worked. It would guide Miko to eat better, sleep better, and move more. It would fix his posture and help his muscles grow stronger, not by magic, but by science. It didn't change who he was, but it helped his body work in the best way. You must wear it every night, Zern said. In the day, hide it. Okay, Miko agreed. Before leaving, Zern handed him a small stone with strange symbols. This is your key, he said. Touch it when you need me. Miko nodded and went back home, hiding the suit under his clothes. All day at school, he thought about Zern, the suit, and the new journey he had started. At lunch, he sat alone again. The other students were laughing at a new video on their phones. One boy looked at Miko and said, Did you eat all the food? Again, everyone laughed. Miko didn't reply. He only looked at the sky and smiled a little. They don't know what's coming, he thought. That night after dinner, Miko went to bed early. When his parents thought he was asleep, he put on the nanosuit again. As soon as he wore it, the suit glowed and wrapped around his body perfectly. It showed him soft lights on his hands and legs, guiding him to do light exercises. He followed. Each step: stretch, move, breathe. The suit helped him stay in balance and made sure he didn't get tired too fast. After that, the suit showed him a healthy meal plan using simple pictures. It also told him how much water to drink. This is better than any teacher, Miko said, smiling. For the first time in his life, he felt like he had a friend who understood him. Days passed. Every night, Miko wore the suit. Every morning, he felt a little stronger. His face looked brighter, his walk became more steady, and his back stood straighter. His old clothes started becoming loose. At school, some students noticed. Did he lose weight? One girl whispered. Maybe he's sick, said another boy. But Miko didn't care. He just focused on learning and helping Zern fix his ship during the evenings. One day after school, Luma came to him while he was reading near the garden. You look different, she said. Miko smiled. Thanks, I feel different too. She sat beside him. I like how you always stay calm, even when others are mean. Miko looked at her and said, I'm used to being alone. But I'm not angry, I just want to grow, Luma nodded. That's a good way to live. From that day, they sometimes talked after class. Miko was still quiet, but he felt happy. In the forest, Zern's ship was almost fixed. Miko helped by bringing tools and learning new alien words. Zern also taught him how to think clearly and stay focused. You are more than body, Zern said one evening. Your heart is your power. Miko remembered those words every day. One night, as he trained with the suit, the stone Zern gave him began to glow. A new symbol appeared. It showed a warning. Zern called him quickly. Danger comes, he said. Enemies may follow. Enemies? Miko asked. Yes, they want to steal, destroy. I escaped them. Miko looked serious. What can I do? Zern looked at him and said, Prepare. The future may depend on you. Miko nodded. He was no longer the boy who hid from bullies. He was Miko, the boy with a strong heart, a clear mind, and a body that was learning to match his spirit. End of part 2. Weeks passed. Miko followed everything Zern had taught him. He wore the nano-suit every night. It showed him how to move, eat, and rest properly. The suit never forced him. It guided him with care and patience. It glowed softly when he did well, and dimmed when he needed rest. Slowly, his body began to change. His face looked sharper. His arms and legs grew stronger. His walk became more confident. Even his voice sounded clearer. But the biggest change was inside. Miko didn't feel afraid anymore. He didn't care if people laughed. He believed in himself now. Every morning, he woke up feeling fresh. He washed his face and looked into the mirror. I am not the same, he said softly, and I'm still becoming better. At school, the other students started noticing. Is that really Miko? One boy whispered. He's not so fat anymore, said another. Miko still sat alone, but now people looked at him differently. Some looked with surprise, some with jealousy, and some with respect. Luma smiled at him more often now. Sometimes, she walked with him after school. She asked him about stars, science, and why he liked to stay quiet. Miko answered calmly, I used to be scared to speak, but now I speak when I feel it's important. Luma nodded. That's wise. In class, Miko's answers were always right. He didn't raise his hand too much, but when he spoke, the class listened. The teacher also began to treat him with more care. One day, the science teacher made an announcement. There is a science fair next month. The winner will go to the city and meet real scientists. Everyone got excited. Miko felt his heart beat faster. This is your chance, Zern said that evening in the forest. You can show your ideas. Help others see your light. Miko smiled. Yes, I want to try. Zern handed him a small silver pen. Use this to build. It can create small shapes with light, but keep it secret. Miko nodded. Thank you. Zern also warned him again. My ship is almost ready. But the enemy is still near. They search the skies. You must be careful. I will, Miko said. If danger comes, I will be ready. That night, Miko trained harder with the suit. It tested his balance, focus, and strength. It didn't just help his body, it helped his mind too. He felt more alive than ever before. But not everyone was happy about Miko's change. Rano The boy who used to tease him the most watched from a distance. He didn't like that people were talking about Miko. He didn't like how Luma smiled at him or how the teachers praised him now. He thinks he's better than us now. Rano muttered to his friends. He's hiding something, another boy said. No one changes that fast. So they started watching Miko. They followed him after school, staying far behind. One evening, they saw him walking toward the forest. Where is he going? Rano whispered. Maybe he's meeting someone. We should follow. But Miko, wearing part of the nanosuit under his clothes, heard them. The suit gave him sharper senses now. He took a different path and disappeared before they could catch him. At the spaceship, Zern looked worried. They are watching you. No, Miko said. But I'm careful. Zern handed him a new device like a small button. This is a shield. Press it if you are in danger. Miko put it in his pocket. Thank you. In the following days, Miko began building his science project. It was a space signal receiver based on what he had learned from Zern's technology, but made to look like a normal project. It could catch small waves from the sky and turn them into sound. Students in the class worked in teams. Miko worked alone. Still, his project looked more advanced than all others. On the day of practice presentations, everyone gathered in the school hall. First, Rano and his group showed a volcano model. Then others showed water filters, robots, and windmills. When Miko's turn came, he stood calmly and placed his device on the table. He spoke clearly. This is a signal catcher. It listens to space and finds small waves that humans cannot hear. Maybe one day we can use it to talk to others beyond Earth. Some students laughed again. Talking to aliens again? Someone joked, but this time the teacher didn't laugh. This is advanced, the teacher said. How did you build this? I studied, Miko answered. I worked hard, the teacher nodded. Very impressive. Luma clapped. Others followed. Rano looked angry. After the presentation, the teacher called Miko aside. You should enter the city competition. I'll send your name. Thank you, Miko said with a smile. That evening, Miko told Zern everything. Zern looked proud. You are growing fast, not just in body but in heart. Suddenly, the stone in Miko's pocket glowed again. A new symbol appeared, red and flashing. Zern's face turned serious. They are near, he said. Enemy ship. Too close. Miko's eyes widened. What should I do? You must be strong, Zern said. If they come here, Earth will need you. Miko looked at the stars above. He wasn't just a boy anymore. The next morning, Miko stood in front of the mirror. His eyes looked sharper. His face had changed. His cheeks were no longer round. His shoulders were broad, and his body looked strong. He smiled at his reflection. I feel ready, he said. Softly, Miko's body had changed a lot in the past weeks, but the biggest change was in his eyes. They showed courage now. They showed peace. At school, the halls were full of whispers. Is that really Miko? He looks like someone else. How did he change so fast? Luma walked up to him with a soft smile. You look good, Miko. Thank you, he said kindly. You also walk like a leader now, she added. Not scared, not small, just calm. Miko nodded. I don't feel small anymore. During lunch, something surprising happened. Two students came and sat near him. Hi. Miko, one said. Can we ask you something? Yes, he replied. Can you help us with our science project? Miko smiled, of course. The bullies were watching from the other side of the room. Rano clenched his fists. He's acting like some star, he said. Let's remind him who he really is. Later, when Miko walked out of class, Rano stood in front of him with two boys. You think you're better than us now? Rano asked. Miko looked calm. No, I'm just better than I used to be. Rano stepped closer. You're hiding something. We'll find out. Miko didn't answer. He simply walked past them. His head was high. He had nothing to prove. Inside, he felt something strange. The stone in his pocket gave a tiny vibration. A warning. That evening, Miko ran to the forest. Zern was waiting. They saw you, Zern said. Enemies are near. They sent a small scout ship. Do they know you're here? Miko asked. Maybe, or maybe they follow your light now. Miko took a deep breath. Then I'll stand ready. Zern looked at him carefully. You are different now. I don't want to hide anymore, Miko said. Let them come. Zern handed him a new part of the suit, a chest piece with glowing lines. This will protect your heart. And this, he gave him a small ring. Touch it twice. It gives you shield for 1 minute. Miko put it on. I will protect my home. The next day, school was full of posters for the coming science fair. Everyone was excited. Miko worked on making his project better. He added some safe alien tech inside, but made it look normal. It could now catch small space sounds and turn them into music. During practice, when he played the sounds from space, the whole class was silent. The soft sounds felt like wind, rain, and stars singing. The teacher clapped. Wonderful work, Miko. You've made something beautiful. Even students who didn't like him before started coming near him. Some wanted to talk. Others wanted to take photos with him. He's like a hero now, one girl said. Miko didn't feel proud or full of pride. He just felt peaceful. But that night, Zern came with urgent news. The enemy scout landed, he said. I saw their shadow. They searched the village. Then we must stop them, Miko said. No, Zern warned. You are not ready to fight them fully, but we can watch. Zern gave Miko a small lens to wear over his eye. It helped him see heat and movement in the dark. The two moved through the forest together. Suddenly, Miko saw a dark figure moving fast near the village fields. It looked like a tall shadow with glowing red eyes. It moved without sound. Miko whispered, "What is it doing?" "Looking for signals," Zern replied. "Maybe looking for me. Should we attack?" Miko asked. "Not yet," Zern said. "Just watch." The shadow moved near a power box behind the school building. It placed a small black device on the box. "They're planting a tracker," Zern said. "We must remove it." "I'll go," Miko said without fear. He moved quickly, the nanosuit making no sound. He reached the box, touched the black device, and used the small light pen Zern gave him to unlock it. The device fell, and Miko caught it. But just then, the shadow turned around. It saw him. Miko's heart beat fast. The enemy moved quickly, running toward him. He touched the ring once, twice. A blue shield covered his body just in time. The enemy hit the shield, bounced back, and screamed a strange sound. Zern ran out and threw a flash bomb. Light filled the air. The enemy disappeared into the trees. "Run," Zern said. They ran back to the hidden place. "You were brave," Zern said. "Very brave." Miko held the black device tightly. "They won't win. I won't let them." Zern placed a hand on Miko's shoulder. "You are more than I expected." The next day, Miko stood in front of the school for morning assembly. The principal called his name. "Miko has shown great skill in science. He will represent our school in the city." Students clapped. Even Rano didn't speak. Miko stepped forward, held the mic and said, "I used to think I was weak. But now I know, when we believe in ourselves and help others, we can become strong. Thank you." The whole school cheered. Miko looked at the sky. He had come far, but he knew the real test was still ahead. The day of the city science fair arrived. Miko stood near the school gate wearing a clean white shirt and neat black pants. His project was packed carefully in a silver box, and the signal receiver inside it glowed gently. Luma came with a group of students. She smiled when she saw him. "You're ready?" she asked. "Yes," Mako said with calm eyes. People in the city will be surprised when they see you. She added, I hope they remember the project more than my face, Miko said, laughing. Softly they boarded the bus and left for the city. The roads were full of tall buildings, lights, and noise. Miko had never seen so many people in one place. His eyes stayed alert. The nanosuit under his clothes stayed quiet, but the stone in his pocket was warm. Zern had warned him before he left. The enemy may come. If they find a crowd, they might attack. They don't care who gets hurt. Miko had promised to stay. Ready. The science fair was held in a huge hall filled with lights, music, and young students from all over the region. There were robots, solar machines, farming tools, and water-saving models. Miko found his table, placed his project, and turned it on. The soft sound of space signals began to play. It sounded like the wind on another planet. Some judges stopped and listened. They nodded and took notes. You built this alone? One judge asked. Yes, Miko said politely. It's very advanced. The judge said, Where did you learn this? I just love space, Miko replied with a soft smile. As the fair went on, more people gathered near his table. News reporters came and took pictures. One of them asked, Young man, what inspired this idea? Miko looked at the camera and said, I believe we are not alone in the universe. I want to listen to what the stars are trying to tell us. The reporter smiled. Beautiful words. Luma stood nearby, clapping with joy. Suddenly, the lights in the hall blinked. Once, twice. Then they went out. Everyone looked around. What happened? Someone asked. The power returned, but the lights were dim. The soft hum of machines changed. A cold wind entered the hall, but all the doors were closed. Miko's stone turned hot in his pocket. He knew what it meant. They were here. He looked up. From a vent in the ceiling, black smoke began to pour in. People screamed, some ran. Others froze. From the smoke, two shadowy figures dropped down. Tall, thin, with glowing red eyes. They were the same creatures Miko had seen in the forest. They began moving through the hall, scanning each project, searching for something. They're looking for the device. Miko whispered. Luma grabbed his arm. What's happening? Miko pressed his ring twice, shield on. A blue layer appeared around him and Luma. Stay close, he said. One of the creatures came near. It pointed a dark rod at Miko's project. Before it could touch it, Miko jumped forward and kicked the rod away. The enemy hissed and attacked. Miko ducked. His training with the nanosuit helped him move fast. He blocked with his shield and pushed the enemy back. People screamed and ran outside. Miko looked at the second creature. It was grabbing a small child who had fallen. Without thinking, Miko ran forward, rolled under the enemy's arm, and pulled the child away. Then he activated a flash from his ring. Bright light. The enemies screamed, covering their eyes. Miko grabbed his project and ran toward the door. Luma followed. Where are we going? To the roof, Miko said. I need a signal. They climbed the stairs. The wind on the roof was strong. Miko opened the box and turned on the signal receiver. He pressed a hidden button on the side. A beam of light shot into the sky. Back in the forest, Zern's ship caught the signal. He pressed a lever. In the sky above the city, a white light appeared. A small round ship came through the clouds. People looked up and gasped. Is that a UFO? The enemies on the ground saw it too. They began to run toward the roof. Miko stood tall. The blue shield was fading, but he didn't step back. Zern's ship hovered near the building. A small hatch opened, and a glowing ball floated out. It flew to Miko and stopped in front of him. Zern's voice came from it. Miko, you are not alone. The glowing ball split into 3 smaller orbs. They floated around Miko like guards. When the enemy creatures reached the roof, the orbs shot beams of light, pushing them back. A battle began. Miko ran, jumped, and blocked attacks with the help of the nanosuit. The enemies tried to break the signal device, but he protected it. Luma used a metal pole to help push one enemy away. "You're very brave," Miko said. "So are you," she replied. After a few minutes, one enemy was hit directly by a beam and fell off the roof. The other one tried to escape, but Zern's ship sent a net of light, trapping it. The crowd below watched in silence. The sky cleared. The enemies were gone. Zern's voice returned. "Well done, Miko. Earth is safe, for now." The ship disappeared into the clouds. Miko stood on the roof, breathing hard. His clothes were torn, but his heart was full. Luma stood beside him, smiling. "You saved everyone," she said. Miko looked down at the people below. They were cheering now. Some were calling his name, Miko. Miko. He looked up at the stars. He wasn't just a boy anymore. He was a protector. Boy saves science fair from mysterious attack. Young genius fights back with strange technology. Is this the beginning of something greater? People wanted to meet him. Reporters stood outside his school. But Miko stayed calm. He gave only one short message. "I did what I had to do. I only wanted to protect people." We must always be ready to face danger, not with fear, but with wisdom. At school, students clapped when Miko entered the classroom. The principal shook his hand in front of everyone. Teachers gave him awards. Even those who once laughed at him now looked at him with respect. Rino, the boy who used to bully him, stood quietly in the corner. He did not say a word. He didn't look angry. He looked small, Miko noticed, but he didn't smile or speak badly. He had learned to walk a better path. Later that day, during lunch, Luma came and sat beside him. "You were amazing," she said. "You didn't just fight. You saved people," Miko nodded. "But it's not over." "What do you mean?" "The real battle might come soon." That evening, Miko went into the forest. Zern was waiting. "You did well," Zern said. "The enemy failed to steal your project, but they will return." Miko looked serious. "How many are there?" "Many, but their leaders are not here yet." "You still have time to prepare. Then we must use it wisely." Zern walked with him to a deeper part of the forest, where something was hidden under the ground. He pressed a button on his wrist, and a round door opened. Inside was a training chamber. "This place was built long ago," Zern explained. "For Earth's protectors, you are now one of them." Miko stepped inside. The room was round, with walls that glowed softly. Holograms appeared in the air showing alien creatures, energy weapons, and flying machines. "This is incredible," Miko said. "You will train here. Learn to defend, lead, and inspire." And so, the training began. Miko spent his days at school and his evenings in the secret chamber. He learned how to fly small ships, use alien shields, and communicate with other worlds. He studied peace, strategy, and courage. The nanosuit helped his body grow stronger, but Zern helped his heart become wiser. Luma joined him sometimes. Zern saw her bravery during the attack and allowed her to learn basic safety skills. She became Miko's closest friend, someone who truly understood his journey. One night, as they sat under the stars, Luma asked, "Do you miss your old life?" Miko thought for a moment. "Sometimes it was simple, but I was always hiding. Now I feel free," Luma smiled. "You're not just the most handsome boy now, you're the bravest too." Miko laughed softly. "I never wanted to be handsome. I only wanted to be seen." "You're seen now," she said kindly, but peace didn't last long. One afternoon, the sky over the school turned dark again. Clouds gathered, but there was no rain. People looked up. A strange sound filled the air. Woom. Zern appeared suddenly at the school gate, wearing a long coat and a strange device on his arm. "They are coming," he said to Miko. "A warship, bigger than before. Over the school? They know this place holds something special now. You." Miko turned to the principal and said, "Evacuate the school." Get the students far away. The principal, confused but trusting, gave the order. Alarms rang. Students rushed out. Teachers helped lead them to safety. Zern turned to Miko. Are you ready? Miko took a deep breath. Yes. He pressed his suit pin. The nanosuit covered his body completely. His eyes glowed gently with energy. His voice became strong. I will protect them. In the sky, a huge dark ship appeared. It was 5 times the size of Zern's. It floated above the school like a dark cloud. Suddenly, small enemy crafts flew out from its side, spinning, glowing red and fast. Miko raised his arm. A shield formed in front of him. He used his training to run toward the field where they were landing. Zern followed. Let's show them Earth is not weak. Miko jumped into the air, landed on a small craft, and used his energy blade to disable its wings. It crashed into the ground harmlessly. More came. Miko moved like lightning, jumping, dodging, protecting. Students far away watched with wide eyes. Who is that? Someone asked. That's Miko. A small boy shouted. He's not just a student, he's a hero. Miko stood in the middle of the school field, surrounded by enemies. He looked at them and said, You came to scare us, but we are not scared. We are human. We protect what we love. He raised his hands. The suit glowed brighter. From the training room, Zern had activated the core booster, a secret power given only to true protectors. Miko used it now. A wave of blue energy pushed all enemies back. Their ship stopped moving. The dark ship in the sky began to shake. Zern shouted, Now, Miko! Miko jumped, flew into the air using the suit's flight mode, and landed on the warship. He placed a small device on its surface. Goodbye, he whispered. He jumped off just in time. Boom! A soft explosion shook the sky. The warship didn't fall, but it stopped working. It floated away slowly, damaged and defeated. People cheered. Below, Zern stood proudly. You are no longer a student, he said. You are Earth's protector. Miko looked at the sky. I'm ready for whatever comes next. After the great battle, Miko's life changed forever. News about the boy who saved his school and fought off an alien warship spread quickly. People everywhere talked about him, not just as a hero, but as someone special. At school, Miko was no longer the quiet, overweight boy who hid in the corners. He was the most handsome and popular student. His face shone with confidence and kindness, and his smile lit up the room. But Miko remembered who he truly was inside. He had worked hard to grow strong and brave, but he never forgot the boy who loved stars and dreamed quietly. Luma became his closest friend. She stood by him through everything. Together they studied, laughed, and planned a better future. Luma always said, You were always amazing, Miko. Now others just see it too. Miko smiled and said, I just learned to believe in myself. One morning, the principal called Miko to the office. We want to honor you with a special award, the principal said. For courage, kindness, and for showing us all that true strength comes from inside. Miko felt proud but stayed humble. Thank you, he said softly. I want to help others find their strength too. At the science fair, Miko's project was displayed in the city museum. Children came from far away to see the signal receiver and listen to the sounds of space. Miko would sometimes visit and tell stories about the stars and the future, but more than the fame and attention, Miko cared about his friends and family. He spent time with his parents, who had always loved him, but never understood how special he was until now. He also helped other students who were bullied or felt alone. He talked to them quietly, just like he once wished someone would talk to him. Don't give up, Miko told them. You are stronger than you think. One day, as Miko walked through the school hallway, he saw Rano sitting alone. The boy looked sad and small. Miko stopped and smiled. Want to talk? Rano looked surprised, but not a dot. They sat on a bench. Miko listened as Rano shared how he felt jealous and afraid. "It's okay to feel that way," Miko said kindly. "But you can change. We can all change." From that day, Rano and Miko became friends. Miko helped him learn kindness and courage. The alien Zern stayed on Earth, fixing his ship and helping Miko prepare for future adventures. Together, they trained and dreamed of exploring the stars. One evening, Miko sat on the roof, looking at the sky. The stars twinkled softly. He thought about the long journey, how he was once humiliated at school and felt invisible. Now, he was confident, handsome, and loved by many. But most importantly, he was himself. Miko whispered to the stars, "Thank you for believing in me." The wind blew gently, carrying his words into the night. The boy who once wished to be taken away had found his place, not in another world, but right here on Earth, shining brighter than ever.